Already, I hope that your week has been going on good. So, I truly apologize because last week I couldn't do my routine. I think it's been possibly 2 weeks or so, if not more, that I haven't come here and show you guys what to do. If you're new, my name is Mary. What I'm doing is I'm going against all odds. I've been trying to grow my nails for the past month or so. I've done it before. My nails are not brittle, don't have any issues or problems. It's just that I got tired of going to the nail salon, spend so much money, and it's just like I feel like it was a waste of time. So if I'm not going to the nail salon, not doing my nails, I must do something for them. So here it is. We're going to do our own nail or manicure right at home, and I'm going to show you every single thing that I do to grow not only my nails, to keep them nice. Okay? So the first step is, of course, if you have had or you have nail polish, you can use the nail polish remover that I use. Is Mineral Fusion. This one right here, and the reason why I got it was because I feel like acetone makes my nails too brittle. I have a little bit of soap, hand soap, and if you're interested, the soap is from Apothecary. I think that's what it's called. Not sure. But it smells good. It's a really good hand soap. And so what happened last week was that I left my nails unattended. First of all, let's say the truth. And the second thing is that I have the bright idea of not painting my nails. Just having them without no nail polish except with base coat and top coat and see what happens. So what happens was that most of them broke. Most of the top part was off, and that's it. So what you see there is what I use for my cuticle. And what I use for my cuticle is from a brand called Butter. And this one is Melt Away Cuticle Exfoliator. And you see basically all of the videos that you're seeing until the product ends, because that's the point, not to be spending so much money on our nails. I'm going to be using that Butter cuticle exfoliator. It's called an exfoliator. It's a cuticle remover, and it's actually pretty good. I used it on my feet, and it took me like not even 5 seconds, and I was pushing all that stuff, all the gunk out, and it's actually very good. So I definitely recommend it. A little pricey, well, $16 or so. It could have been a little bit more. I purchased it from Amazon, but totally worth it. Anyways, what I'm showing you is nail pusher. I have both. I have a plastic one, and I do have a metal pusher. Doesn't matter. Do you really have to use this? Not necessarily. You can use a orange stick, whatever you have in hand, for your cuticle. Your cuticle is, well, usually people do cut the nail fold. I've seen people that they have to do the nail fold. They have to cut it. It's necessary. But you really don't have to. If you don't have as much as I do, you don't have to. I do have some of it. It's very visible. Sometimes it depends if I'm rough with my nails, depending also on nutrition, guys. If you drink a lot of water, if you're taking your vitamins, if you're eating well, it's going to show on your nails. It's going to show on your hair. So I will suggest you to also drink lots and lots of water, because that's a big deal. It's a big deal for nails specifically. So what I'm doing here, this is something this is my ritual right here. Every week or every other week, I'll try my best to stick to the routine and do this. Any type of movement, any type of manipulation that you do on that area is going to help your nail grow. meaning that not necessarily you have to be pushing that out for it to grow. If you're adding oil onto your cuticle area, if you're adding massage your cuticle area, it's almost like stimulating the root of your nail, or basically that's what it is. You're stimulating the root of your nail, so it does going to do something. It's going to make it grow. My nails are not brittle. My nails are not thin. My nails are very strong, very hard. With it comes a series of issues because my nails tend to, when they break like glass. So it really doesn't give me much of a chance when they do break. But they do grow normal. And just so you know, nails do take time. Some people were like, oh, they grow fast when you're not at all. They take time. Normal or not normal, I have seen my nails grow in a week, maybe once in the other, something like that. Could be less. Very, very slow. Nails grow slow. Hair as well. So you gotta have patience as well. I would recommend you to get a nail cuticle remover if you have around the house something that you can push your cuticle with. Do so. You don't necessarily have to get something expensive. You can do it with oils if you have to. Anything that can make, I feel like that's a very important thing. Your cuticle is an important thing that needs to be dealt with. Okay, so here is what I use for my nail cuticles, and if I feel like this has helped me to retain length as well. And then I'm going to, once I do all of this and I try my best to be as clean as possible, my nails are very thin. I'm sorry, not thin. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. Keep up, Mary. My nails are very short, so there's not much debris underneath them. But if you do have nails that are long, you want to get a brush nail or a nail brush down there and get rid of the dust and debris and dirt that you might have underneath your nails. I think that's important. It's also part of the hygiene. But I don't have to tell you this, guys. I know that you guys know. I'm just here to show you how I've been growing my nails. And, with that is something very, I feel like giving yourself a manicure at home is much more relaxing. If you have people around and you definitely can't stand, like you have to get out, I'll suggest you can go to the nail salon. There's nothing wrong. Just try to, instead of getting acrylics, try to get a regular manicure so your nails can start growing. It's about the same thing. It's just somebody else is doing it. That's all. You don't necessarily have to do it yourself. I did have this time a little bit of skin here and there. Like I said, I also do the dishes with hot water. I've been bad to my nails. This is gonna be an ongoing problem with me, guys, that I do stuff and then but like I said, my nails do grow. I don't have much of an issue there. So once I do all of that, and I take care of my cuticle, I scrape the cuticle out and I push the nail fold out, and some of it that is sticking out I cut. I will be massaging my cuticle area with a cuticle oil. It is so important. This step is so important because this is where the manipulation of your nail cuticle is going on. This is where you're going to give that nail the nutrition, the moisture. Nails and hair need moisture and oil, so it's crucial that you do this. What I did right now is that I'm going to do the other hand for the nail cuticle oil to penetrate, and I'm going to leave my nail cuticle remover on the other, and I'm going to start pushing. The warmth of the water also accelerates the process, and I do use a small bowl that I got from Amazon. I love this thing. This thing is so like, oh yeah, I feel like, I like to take care of myself also because that is important, but mainly because I feel like, I'm on my own pace. I'm giving myself some time, some well-deserved time. And it's just awesome. I feel very comfortable with doing things by myself at home. Some people might not agree, but I do feel like I need that. I need those minutes of rest. You know what I'm saying? Even though if it's working on my own self, like my hair or doing my nails or stuff like that, it does relaxes me. So it's almost a part of a routine. So while I'm waiting for the other hand to kind of just prop up for the pushing, like to get rid of all that gunk, oiling my other hand. So we're getting rid of all that stuff. I'm going to put my water aside, and the same thing, I'm pushing my cuticle with my metal nail pusher. I noticed that nail pushers, they come in different sizes and different what's it called, but I do like the metal ones. Not necessarily, like I said, you have to use them because they could be a little rougher on your nails, and you don't want to mess too much also with that area, because that is so important. You're messing up with the root of your nail. So if you feel like you're going to be rough with it, I suggest you to use a plastic nail pusher instead. They're a little bit more softer, less rough on your nails. There was a time when I'm like, why my nails are hurting? And the reason why it was because I was too rough with the nail pusher. Too rough. Like I was really like digging in there. And everything that is natural, including your nails, your hair, is going to be more fragile. So you have to be taking care of that. We're not here to mess with our own selves. Like, we're not here to destroy our nails. We're here to care for them. So you have to be very careful. If you think that you're going to be too rough with the metal preferred, use the plastic one. Use something like an orange stick or something with a cotton ball on it. You can use the metal one with a cotton ball. It will be less harmful to the root. Why I'm in cap on it is because it is so important that you keep your cuticle area healthy, because that's where the nutrition goes, that's where the air goes, that's how the nail grow. So it is very, very important that you don't mess too much with that area as well. Like if you're going to massage it and everything, fine, but we're dealing with metal stuff. Nails, like natural nails, are way more fragile than when you have your acrylics. So that might be a bit of a difference. I've noticed some people that they like to drill and they like to use like the little, what's it called, like the cuticle eraser that comes with like in a little machine that you can scrape all that skin out. I really personally, if you like that stuff, go ahead. I really personally do not like it. I don't want none of that stuff with me, but I do use the metal pusher. Anyways, each to their own. That's what I'm saying. So we're going to clean our nails now, and this is something like almost like a ritual type of thing. Like every week I'm doing this. It is so important. I know that if the week is missing, like if I miss my week, I know that next week I must do it, even if it's halfway through the week, because otherwise I'm going to lose either length. From some reason, there's going to be a snack somewhere, and I'm going to pay the consequences, and I'm not going to have the growth that I wanted to. So right now, once the nail is clean, again, we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to let them breathe a little. I also use a little bit of nail cutter, like cuticle cutter, with the nail for the skin that I was like having coming off. Sometimes, like I said, I did my dishes with hot water, with my own, like my hands under the hot water. I'm going to have my skin being very rough. So this week my skin was very rough, and I need to promise myself that I'm going to be using gloves. I don't understand what the whole spiel with me. I completely forget about it, and then I'm like, oh wait, hold on a second. I said that I was going to use the gloves, and here I am doing the dishes without no gloves. It's like all this work for nothing. One thing though, that if you have your nail polish, if you really, really want your nail polish to last, that's one of the main goals. You need to, for whatever reason. If you can't, that's fine, but you have to use gloves. So sometimes your nail polish might not last and the reason is water. Water. So if you want your nail polish to last, you got to. Okay, I'm very excited today. Let me tell you something. The reason why is because even though I did fail during the week to keep them, I didn't paint them, but the nail surface is very neat. I don't have no nail ridges, no signs that I drill my nails in the nail salon. They drill my nail. They left a big, well, you have to see the other videos, and it's still for the other videos. When I first started this journey, I was at least 4 weeks behind after I took my acrylics out. So it was still on repairing. It was not as bad. One thing though, this is so important before anything. I did apply some cuticle nail oil on my nails, and I'm massaging my nail cuticle, as you can tell. And then I want my nails to suck up on all that moisture. That is so important. And this is, like I said, you can do this bi-weekly, you can do this weekly, you can do this every day, depending if your hands are very sticky and they're very wet and they're oily. You don't want to do this every day because you're going to have such a mess. You understand what I'm saying? You also kind of just go with what you feel like you might need, because what might work for me might not work for you. So you have to be also understanding what you might need as, for your nails. So what I'm showing you here is that my nails, I don't know if you have them, it should be normal, most of us do have it, has these ridges, and you probably see that your nails will have the ridges. And what happens is that if I'm adding oil onto my nail, and my nail is going to have those nail ridges, I have to be very careful that I'm going to take all that oil out, and I'm going to make sure that I have to dehydrate my nail, because otherwise on those ridges I'm going to have oil sticking in there. Let me explain. So after I did my scrub on my hands, and I took care of my nails and my hands very softly and beautiful, and I already oiled them, I had to use a buffer, which we're going to do right now. And that nail scrub is called Sugar Scrub Sea Salt by Hand in Hand. I used it before. This is actually very, very good. I love this stuff. It smells divine. It has this minty flavor. It leaves your hands soft, manageable, beautiful. Your skin, everything luscious and gorgeous, and your nails too. I love it. Recommend it. Up to here will be like your basic manicure, where you have what you want and you go on your way. We're going to go a little further, and we're going to do something that is extremely important, you guys. This is so important. Once you wash your hands and you're done everything that you're supposed to, you have to dehydrate your nail. Now, there's dehydrators out there. I don't use them, but you can use a dehydrator for your nail specifically. The reason why you want to do this is because you don't want no oil on your nail. This is so important. The reason why is because this is what's going to make your nail polish to stick to your nail. So in order for that to happen, cannot have any oils on your nails. Understand? So we're going to I have to buff my nails because those ridges, you guys, are very strong. It's almost like those little bumps that you see, not little, but those big bumps that you see on the street, like when they want you to slow down, those bumps. It's the same thing with the ridges. They're going to have that oil mixture, or that oil, they're going to have it on those ridges, and I don't want those. So I have to buff my nails. Now, some people might say, but you're still ruining your nails because you have to buff them. No, not as much, and not as hard, and not as harsh as when you go to a nail salon. There's no comparison. I'm also being very gentle with my own nail because I don't want any damage to my nail. So you have to be very gentle with your own nails. So what we're doing here is just getting a little bit of that moisture out that we put in. We're also going to dehydrate our nail. I think that is really important. That's the only way that your nail polish is going to grow. Not going to grow, but yeah, your nail is going to grow, but your nail polish is going to stick, okay? Doesn't matter if you have the greatest bonder out there, if you have a good nail base, you need dehydrating your nails, okay? I'm not a professional, but I know what I'm saying. I've been doing this. Remember, this is my second time. Trial and error right here. And so I've done it all, basically. All the mistakes, I've done it. So, again, I'm going to use my nail polish remover. I did this. I had to step out. I had to go to the restroom real quick. And then, I don't know, my kid interrupted me for something. And then I forgot. And then I started touching my nails. I was touching my nails, touching on top of it. And I was like, you know what? I know that I'm going to have oils on them. So once you do the dehydration, don't be feeling it with your fingers. Your fingers carry oil. Don't touch it. Okay, not touch it. You have to leave it alone. All right, trust me on this. This is going to save you so much time and so much effort. Like you're going to say, oh my God, where was I? All this time I've been doing it all wrong. And it's because you didn't dehydrate your nail. I know a lady in Puerto Rico, because I'm Puerto Rican, and she's my mother's good friend for a longest time. And she didn't do any of that stuff. Like there's some people that don't need to dehydrate their nails and their nails still gonna grow. But she did every single week, no matter what, she was doing her manicure, that for sure. So what I did here is that I'm dehydrating my nail. I'm using that cotton. I like these cotton rounds. I think they're easy, less messy than cottons. But that makes sense. I love this stuff. I use them for my face and I use them for my nails. I think they're perfect specifically for my nails. I think this is the perfect thing. Cotton rounds is what I use. Yeah, love it. I had a whole bag because I don't want to use cotton balls. But anyways, aside from all of that stuff, once I dehydrate my nails, and you can see here, I'm showing you, the nails are very dry. Do not touch them, like I said. Doesn't matter, okay, what's going on, don't touch them. Believe me, you're going to ruin the whole process. Remember that we went through so much to get to this point, and you want your nails to grow, and you don't want the nail polish to be peeling off after, 1 day or two? Right. Now, I'm going to show you, what I'm showing you is this gorgeous gray color. I think this is perfect for like fall season. I like it because it goes with everything. I mean, gray might not be for everybody, but it looks good with like a lot of dark blues. We're entering like fall. There's a lot of brown out there, a lot of kind of like these dark colors, a little bit more of an orangey color out there. So I think that this gray does still work. Like I said, it depends on what you like. I really like this gray, and this is what I'm going to go with. And also because this is what I had around, okay? Don't come after me. But I think it's a gorgeous color. The number is I'm so blind. 1 second. It's NP22, and it's called oh, Jesus Christ. Silicate. Silicate? I don't know. But it's great. And again, the number is NP22. From Cookie? I don't know. I like it. Anyways. So I feel like if you do these steps, regardless of the nail polish, regardless of the nail brand, your nail polish is going to stick to your nail for a while. I feel like the goal here is to have your nail polish last for at least a week tops. Okay, so what I'm using, I actually grabbed this again because I'm like, last time I really did the same that I'm doing, and I don't know if the nail polish remover does have mineral oil, because they do have sometimes. And if it has mineral oil, I have to be very careful. So what I did is that I buff it a little bit more on top, very gently. I buff it more because I was like, maybe the nail polish remover does have mineral oil. And I'm kind of just like counterproductive here. I thought so. And instead of like using that polish remover, I should have used alcohol, because alcohol is a drying agent, alcohol. But anyways, so I'm going to be using, and this is something that you probably seen me. One thing though, if I wasn't explaining myself, and if I wasn't doing all of these steps, I will have been already finished and done. But as I'm doing the video, I'm also explaining. I don't know why I do this if I'm going to do a voiceover. Maybe because I'm thinking that everything's going to be fine. But it's like when you're doing things live and you're recording, and then a car passes by, just like now, or someone interrupts you, it's like the whole video is ruined. So I didn't want you guys to be listening to my kid asking me, where are the towels? Where are the towels? Mom, where are the towels? So anyways, just to go back to what we came here for, I'm using Orly Bonder. This is a rubberized base coat. This base coat, I've been using it for years. This is my third year, I don't know, using this thing. This thing, I don't know what it's made of, but it's really good. It doesn't make your nails jello. One thing though, I noticed that depending on the color of the nail polish that you use, your nails might tend to be yellow. So it's not really, like some people are scared because it's a little bit orangey, and some people might think, oh, it's gonna make my nails yellow. It doesn't make your nails yellow. The nail polish does. So if you use a very dark nail polish, your nails are going to turn yellow. Don't ask me why. That's how it goes. I have no idea why they turn yellow. All I know is that if you use dark nail polishes, which I'm going to be switching soon, you're going to see the orangey color that a lot of people do hate, but it's because of the dark nail polish for sure. So this Orly Bonder is a base coat, and before you're painting your nails, you have to use a base coat. The reason why is almost like a prep. That's going to be the glue that is going to stick everything together. You understand what I'm saying? So you're going to use your base coat. Dehydrating your nail, a must. You don't have to buff it like I do. I'm going to go the extra step because I'm anal and crazy. And also because I tend to do a lot with my hands. Like I'm constantly using my nails, banging it over there. I'm rough around the edges. And so I need extra protection. So I did buff my nails. If you don't want to go through that, you don't have to. Dehydrate your nail. Base coat. Nail polish. And top coat. And one of the things that I was explaining is that you want to cover the entire surface of the nail. Like, don't be like I used to be. Like, I don't know what my nails is breaking always from the corners. And the reason why is because for some reason I wanted really thin nails. My nails it is what it is. They grow and they're thick and they're wide. I don't have thin nails. I don't have that beautiful skinny shape. My nails are big. They're like platforms. They're just flat and square, and it's just the way they grow. So I wanted very skinny, very pointy, nice, stiletto shape type nail when I really don't have it. And so I used to cut the corners. I used to not polish my corners. Yes, put the base coat on them and almost like give my nail very thin, narrow look when I really do have very thick. You can see my hands are rough. My hands are big. My nails are big. It's just like my toenails are huge. Like you can do an entire, like if you were a nail artist, you can do an entire landscaping them. That's how wide they are. So there's no way of doing my nails narrow. And I used to think like, why are my nails breaking? And the reason why my nails were breaking was because I was missing my freaking corners. Do not miss your corners. I'm sorry, I've been like crazy today, but I have to let you guys know, like, I want this to work for all of you as well, not only for me. Like, I'm not doing it for me. I already know what works. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying my best to just give you guys every single tip that no one out there is given, because I know a lot of people say, oh, this and that, but they're really not giving you the nicks and knacks and the tips and the extra, TLC that we might all need. Okay, so we're here hopefully to put on color, and that's what we're going to do. So once you have the base coat and you cover all your surface of your nail, not like me, I used to cut my corners because I wanted a narrow and skinny nail. Anyways, it does happen sometimes. And also, like, I always had issues with my fingers because they're thick. But anyways, all right, so once we have all the steps done, I was waiting for the base coat to be dry. Then I'm going to add one layer of color. Always starts in the middle, and then do the corners later. That's the best way I feel to paint your nails, because it kind of just covers everything. I'm not a perfect, like, I haven't as of yet perfectly painted my nails. I always do some mistakes here and there, but you can fix that with a little bit of nail polish and a small brush. One of those brushes that they can be used for nail designs, can be useful also for the corners. I don't show you guys here because I think that I take way too long in doing the whole process. So those little details out there, some people like to see it, but I feel like the video itself is pretty long. So I think that should be enough. And so you can see how gorgeous this nail color is. I think that it's just absolutely stunning. Perfect for this fall season, like I said. Again, gray might not be for everybody, but I feel like it goes with a lot of color for this fall, specifically for, like the season right now. I tend to use dark color later on during the winter season, but later. And I do like different nail polishes out there. Really don't have like a specific brand. As you can tell, I use anything and everything that I might like and consider that looks good. So what I'm just going to wait a little bit. We're going to do our second layer. And take a look at that gray. Isn't that gorgeous? That's a beautiful, beautiful gray. It's when I first looked at this nail color, it was in a pharmacy. I think it was in Walgreens or CVS that I got it. And I was looking at that little elephant, and it was like elephant color. And then I was like, I think it's the brand actually that has this elephant on it. So regardless of the color of the polish, it's just the brand itself. And it was like, oh, it looks like an elephant color. So when I first got it, that's what I was thinking. And I think it was in the midst of 2 years ago or so, I purchased this color, and I love it, you guys. I love this nail color. Like I said, it's very neutral, goes with everything. And I'm not trying to, make you buy a gray color, but I think that it's very perfect for every shade that you might have. Like, I don't dress the same color every day. Like, I change different colors with different, whatever. But for during winter, a lot of greens, a lot of orange, a lot of yellow. I call it pumpkin color. I don't know what that's called, but a pumpkin color. Very fall season colors. I just love all those colors during fall. By the way, just in case you don't know, fall is my favorite season of them all. Just love the smell of the leaves burnt leaves, dry, and the wind and everything about fall. I just love it. Absolutely. It's my best season. So you can tell I'm so excited. I also like the colors. Fall season colors are just brilliantly beautiful. But anyways, going back to the nail color, as you can see here, I believe that's my first layer, both hands, and I let it dry. It's important to let your first layer dry while you're going to do the second one. The reason why is because you want that to be dry. You don't want to rush either. And I always start with a very light color first, like a very light layer of color. Just so like that I can cover the entire nail. You might not be perfect, you might miss a corner here and there, especially if you're a beginner. If you're a beginner, you might miss a corner, you might miss underneath your nail and stuff. So when you're doing a very light layer, you're able to cover everything. And then the second layer will be like your just kind of like a recap of what happened on the first one. And you might not be prone to losing a nail like I used to, because I wanted narrow nails. But anyways, so once the corners are all covered with my first layer, I'm going to, redo with my second layer. I used to. Don't know why. Where did I get the info? Or where did I get the idea that if I use 3 layers of nail color, my nails will be more protected? Really doesn't matter. Your nails are going to be protected because you did the step. You dehydrated your nail. You add your base coat. You have your nails, cured basically with that base coat in there. And you apply your nail polish and your top coat. So that's your protection for your nail. Doesn't mean that your nail is going to be more resistant, that if you bang a corner, your nail is not going to break. That doesn't mean absolutely not. None of that stuff. Your nail is still going to bend and break, just like it happens to me all the time. But it makes it more resistant. It makes it more... Aside from the nail color, you have a little bit of oomph on you, you feel a little bit better about yourself. Makes it just a little bit more stronger. That's all. It's not going to prevent your nails from chipping or from, breaking, which I think that's why people tend to love to go to the nail salon and put acrylics on. But it's damaging that they cause to your own natural nail. I just can't stand it anymore. So I don't know. I refuse to go back. And as long as I can, I'm going to be doing my nails at home, just like the good old days. And at the same time, it saves me so much money. Let me tell you something. One time, I even paid $90, closer to $100. Well, you know what? I'm lying. I used to pay $100 just to do my nails, my nails and pedicure. Why? I don't know. So it is expensive, and so I don't have to deal with that anymore. That's saving money. That's like when you leave all of your bad habits behind. You don't have to pay for none of that stuff. I feel that's a relief. Lately, I've been looking at more money in my pocket, and I was like wondering why. Because I left all of that stuff. I don't go to the nail salon. Every 2 weeks I used to go. Every 2 weeks, no matter what. I don't do that anymore. That's saving me some money. So, my top coat today, and like I said, I use anything and everything that I have. I do use, and I like to mix depending on what I'm going to do during the week, or if I'm going to go to a place, a nice dinner, whatever it is that I have to do. I kind of just narrow down what I want on my nails for protection. Your top coat is extremely important. Do not leave the table without your top coat on. It's like all this work for nothing. It is important. This is what seals your nail, okay? It goes just like that. Seals your nail, your top coat, okay? You don't necessarily have to have a top coat that costs $14, $16 like I do. You can use anything you can think of that is a top coat. You can use it. It's the same thing, but I feel that these brands have helped me. And like I said, I've been using it for quite some time. And I do trust this Orly. This one is second dry, quick dry top coat. It just says it just like the name says. It dries in seconds. And I love it. It's more watery than a regular top coat. You will see it. But it just dries right away, which you want for saving your time. Once I'm done with this process and I add the top coat. Also, seal your free edge. That is important. Your free edge of your nail, it is extremely important. Once you do that, it's almost like, okay, I did everything in my power. So you guys have to work with me. You guys have to grow. So you're sealing your corners, you're grabbing all that corner, you're doing your base coat, you're making sure that you prep your nail, you're pushing your cuticle. Your nail has no excuse but to grow. You're drinking your water, your vitamins, and you're doing also the extra stuff. We can't be unfair as well. So here you guys have it. I'm super excited. I'm glad that you guys stuck around until this time. If you have, thank you very much. I hope this is helpful. I hope that by now your nails are grown extremely beautiful and longer. This is the goal. That's the goal. Okay? Don't be like me. Okay? Bad. Anyways, here's the nail color again, because I was feeling this color today. I was like, oh yeah, I like this cocky. I like cocky. And the last step, because we have dehydrated, we kind of just, be messing with our nails a little bit. I added a little bit of something so it can feel back to moisture and also helps with drying your nail. I added a little bit more of nail cuticle on the cuticle side, and I rub it, for my nails to not feel too dry, because I actually have extremely dry skin. So that will help me also not be too crusty. But anyways, thank you so very much for watching, and I see you on the next one. Let's do this together. I hope that this is helping you. I'm telling you, this is awesome. This is, for me, has become my ritual. Like, I have to do this every week. When I don't do it, I know. And also because I know that I'm going to lose a nail. So I have to do it. So that's what we're doing. And, like I said, different things. I have mentioned it in other videos. If your nails are not growing for whatever reason, something is up. Check your nutrition. Check your conditions. You might have something. But with all of this, your nail got to grow. Okay? That's the whole goal. All right? So we're going to go now. Promise that you're going to use gloves. Don't be like me, please. I'll see you on the next one.